Oh man, look at all the junk in here. I got my Northwestern tarp here. An old stool. Oh, some of these old saw blades I'm going to turn into arrowheads. Some huckleberry and rosebush pieces to make arrows. Oh man, I got to straighten that one out, won't I? To make arrow shafts out of. I was thinking about doing the paleo kind of stuff. I emptied out my backpack and cleaning it out. Got all the needles and pine needles and stuff out of it, and trust me, it was a mess. Dumped everything in here, some other goodies, fire cubes, rice, stuff to take out with me when I go. Oh, 6-in-1. I won't go anywhere without a 6-in-1. Use that to fix stuff. And yeah, it comes in handy in the city or in the country. Well, old straps in here, strapping like I sent the dock, fixed my dock, and other goodies. Oh, Paleo Man Play stuff here, nappers and other stuff in there. I don't even want to look in the bucket that fell. Well, I guess I'm going to have to clean this place up and get rid of some of this stuff. Well, stuff. Makes you think. Alright, here we go. Here's a scenario for you. The big storm hit. Whether it be flood or whatever, earthquake, you have to evacuate your house. And obviously you can't take your stuff with you. What you can take is what you can fit on your back. No car, no motorcycle. I'll allow you a wagon, push cart, whatever you deem, or just walking with it on your back. Now, a little while ago I talked to a gentleman on the phone, and I asked him this same scenario, and he said, oh, I'll take my 20-piece kit like Dave's got. I want you to understand the difference between our training. People who teach, people who have been there. I've got over 20 years on a lot of you guys that I have done, as we term it now, bushcraft. Before that was survival stuff. Been through Y2K and all that good stuff and everything else beforehand and just whatever else came down the line. Been there for what are we going to do when the Russians attack? Yeah, I'm that old. Well, you're going to carry out what you can on your back or in your little red wagon or in your granny cart, your push cart, whatever you're going to have there. And you're going to leave, whether it be just you, your family, or whatever. No cars, no motorcycles, nothing gasoline powered or electric powered to help you move around. You're going to walk with this. You're going to go through country and you're going to go through city. You're going to go through the FEMA checkpoints. So, guns are out. That's right, no guns. No pistols, no rifles, no shotguns. No bows, no arrows that you can walk around and carry. Oh, you can make bows and arrows out in the country. Of course you can. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to carry? I want to know what you're going to take with you. You know, I have one of them neat fold-up stoves. Would I take that with me? No. You know, one of them green Coleman stoves. Would I take that with me? No. A hatchet? I have no real call in my area for a hatchet. I can get by with a folding saw, 6-inch knife, machete. Would they let you through with a machete? I don't know. Better have something on the backup in case they take that machete away from you. I don't know if you'll get by with it or not. I imagine some places you would, some places you wouldn't. What are you going to sleep in? What are you going to cook with? What are you going to eat? What are you going to carry to eat? Are you going to take rice with you? You know, you're going to have to come back into town and resupply. You're going to find canned pork and beans? Maybe. Canned peaches, my favorite, but you're going to find them? I don't know. How much food do you think you can carry? What about clean water? What about bathing? You're going to carry, I don't know, a rag to wipe yourself with, to clean yourself up with. You know, this scenario goes along with all them guys who think that I'm going to go out into the woods, everything hits the fan, and I'm going to build a cabin, and I'm going to shoot deer, and I'm going to live, and I'm going to make a garden, and, well, it's January, and I've got about 8 inches of snow outside on the ground right now. And we got more snow coming this week. So if you had to leave tonight, and you've got 8 inches of snow on the ground, and more snow coming this week, it was 7 degrees last night here. And it's going to be colder this week. It's going to get colder. And now what are you going to sleep in? What are you going to wear? What are you going to cover up? Now this is going to be different for different people. Because like John Campbell's out in the middle of Arizona. It's probably cold there, but he's probably not dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with. JC, well, you know, he's down south. I mean, he's cold. I mean, my folks are down there in Florida. They're cold, but it's not as bad. Now, Doc, he's up north. I know he's colder and got more snow. He got a video up the other day. He's got a foot. Well, he got more snow than me. He was out snowshoeing. I don't have a snowshoe yet. Yet? I hope not. But it depends on your area, where you're going to go, what you're going to take, what you're going to carry. As a young man said, he's in his 20s, he said to me, he said, well, R.H., Ridge Hunter, I'll just take my 20-piece kit like Dave's got. I said to him, I said, have you ever spent 2 weeks in the bush with your 20-piece kit yet? No, I can't get 2 weeks off. Have you spent 2 weeks in your house living out of your 20-piece kit? Oh, I understand you're going to have the refrigerator, but you understand from me that you're going to only eat just like you had your 20-piece kit, which doesn't mean you're going to get meat every day. You also can't bake stuff in the oven because you don't have an oven in the woods. I give you everything on top of your grill, or on top of your thing. You know, you can cook on top of the stove, boil water in the same pot you carry. So, if you could cook that in that on top of your stove instead of a fireplace, why not? You could fix your meals in a couple of soup cans. Hey, go for it. Yeah, that's how I cake mine. Isn't that nice? You're not going to have meat every day. 2 weeks in the bush, you're not going to have meat every day unless you pack it in. Or unless you kill a deer right off the bat first day, and you got some way to keep it for 2 weeks. And temperature outside right now, yeah, I'd probably get by eating stuff. But I'm eating stuff that'll make a billy goat sick. So, let's think about that. You got to pack it out. You got to carry it on your back. That's my scenario for you. What are you going to take? What are you going to carry? How are you going to live? If you have not lived that way, don't be an armchair commando. Don't tell me you can do this and you can do that if you haven't done it. If you haven't done it, that's fine. Here's a chance for you to think about it. And that's all I really want you all to do. I really want you all just to think about it. Oh, crud, what would I do? Because you're not going to have time to plan for everything. There's not going to be a big, news blurb. Okay, all of a sudden there's a rogue asteroid coming toward the planet and we've got 24 hours. What are you going to do in them 24 hours while you're thinking and trying to sleep and trying to say goodbye to everybody and you don't know where this big comet's going to hit and you're hoping that you can live? You know that there's storms. Everybody prepares for a storm, but you don't know if all of a sudden something like Katrina's going to hit. They knew they had a hurricane coming, but they've been through a whole bunch of hurricanes down there now, haven't they? And all of a sudden, boom! Well, tornadoes. Boom! I've been through a fire. I had a fire in my house. Not this one, but the house we had before. Lost a bunch of stuff. Wake up one night, boom, fire. Electric short. Old house, had problems. Thank God everybody got out alive. You never know. Things happen. Say your neighbor's house catches on fire due to their own negligence, and it happens all the time, your house burns down too. Whatever the scenario is, you've got to live. Let's go with the big scenario this time. Everybody's out on the street. Everybody's walking around like zombies. We're all walking around trying to find some place to stay, some place to eat, and everything else. What are you going to carry on your back? That's my thoughts for you this time around, and maybe I'll clean up a little bit of this while we're thinking about it and I'm going on. And actually, I better clean it up, because if the better half comes up and sees this, I'm going to be in big trouble. And I might be out on the street